Hi, welcome back to Orion Forecast. Today we are here with a new topic. We decided to do a step back from what we were doing because we noticed that from our last two videos and three articles on Substack. I hope you follow us on Substack because we drop the content before on Substack, and then we do generally a video on YouTube where we go more in depth on and we dive into more like situation, more examples, so it's more easy for you to grasp the content. And also on X, where we share more forecast and these type of things. But yeah, we saw that most of our followers weren't like able to understand what we were talking about in our post and in our YouTube video. So we decided to do a step back and try to take you to the basics of Astro Finance. So the article that we wrote was about that, and the video today will be about the basics. So where we start from the basics, well, if you read the article, you will see that I put an example at the beginning. I want to just start from there, but I will moving on pretty fast. I don't want to stay on that too much time. What I want to say is how I approach this field, because if you approach trading generally, you will never start from Astro Finance, never ever, unless you have a mentor and you are really lucky to skip a lot of hard part. I'm not saying that Astro Finance is a must for trading and traders, but I'm definitely sure that it's like can give you a real big boost for sure with the swing trading part, but also intraday. But yeah, definitely analyzing time, because the only way to analyze time is with Astro Tools or things that are derived from Astro Tools. There are other way to analyze time, but generally most of the time everything comes up to astrofinance, astrology in general. How I approach this field? Well, basically, I was in my first year of trading, and I was using, I think, technical analysis, a bit of volume analysis. I was going into footprint and those type of field, and I wasn't profitable. Like I was trying to do my best, but in the end, I was barely at break even every month, and so yeah. And then I joined a community because I want to start learning more things, and I find out this guy that's a month shared a sort of analysis where he was analyzing the time. I was like, how can you analyze the time? You can't decide where the price will be in 2 weeks. Like, you have to wait for your confirmation, you have to wait for triggers, you have to wait to see the market structure. You can't short a top with like, it doesn't make sense to me. And so I just, I didn't pay a lot of attention on that. And after, like, I would say 1 month, the forecast was like perfectly matching, and I was stunned. And I insta messaged the guy that in the end has come my mentor, and I was asking for everything. Like, how do you do that? How is possible that you share me like 4 dates, and those 4 days were top and low? He pinpointed the price like so easy. And then he started to sharing me books. I started to study a lot and put a lot of effort and time, and it's something I really loved. I still loved it, and I'm really thankful to my mentor. So yeah, thank you. And yeah, that's how I approached it. And I was really skeptical, guys. I'm one of the I never thought that looking in the sky you can find where the top of ES will be or the low. I would never believe that. If you ask me to myself 3 years ago, I would never listen to someone that is saying what I'm saying now. But yeah, so without without further ado, we can start with the introduction to the Astro Finance. Basically, where you are starting, you want to check we want to start with one thing that is the basics, like which are the planets, but I think this is pretty simple. So, and also download this app, guys, Ganzilla, I use it a lot. It honestly, it's one of the best app. It's free with also astrolog to start your journey here, and also to start to do some analysis. If you want a video on how to use Ganzilla, let me know. I can easily do that. And basically, we have the planets: Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars. Ceres is not a planet, but is here. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, and Eris again is here, but it's not a planet. We can divide the planets in the one that are outer planets and inner planets. Basically, I divide them, just thinking and which planet you can see with your naked eye from the Earth, and you can see all the planets without, but not Neptune, Pluto, and Uranus. All the other you can see maybe just a little dot, not every time of the day, but you can see them. And then we have the outer planets, okay, that I just said you. You can see here on Ganzilla, if you can put the date, if you go today and now with the time, we can see Sun is currently at 107 degree. And then you can see all the degree for every planet. Ganzilla will also do the aspects for you. What are aspects? Basically, when two planets are on a certain angular position between them, then they create an aspect. For example, if we have Sun and Venus, and between them we have an angle of 90 degree, then that's an aspect. The main aspect, as you can see here, if I put, you can see, you will see them automatically. You can have conjunction that is 0 degree, so one is on the other, okay, they're conjunct. Then we have the sextile, 50 degree. The square here is called quadrature, but it's square, that is 90. Trine, 120. Then you have the opposition, that is 180. So these are the main. Then you can also divide them. You see you have more of them. You have the 30, you have the 45 degree, you have the 150, you have a lot of degree. But then you can do research, guys. I have done a lot of research of the angles, and I can assure you it's worth the time. You can find a lot of things just with the aspect. That is the most simplistic way to approach the Astro Finance. Okay. Then we can check, like you will notice if you go on, let me show you. If we go on here on, yes, we take this law that was a measure law. Okay, it is a measure law. We can for sure say that from the time frame. It was the 31st of March. So we go on Ganzilla. We put 31st of March 2026. Time is the same because we are on the daily time frame, so we don't care about the hour. And you can see that if we put on, we can put on also this lower, because when you go on the daily, I suggest you to don't look at Moon and Mercury, but look more at Sun, Venus, Mars, not Ceres. We don't want that. Eris either. Okay, so these are the main planets, and you can see we have Pluto that is on a sextile, so 60 degree. You can see here 61 because we have orb. The orb is the difference, the tolerance. You see here you can change it. We have 1 degree that is a bit low. I generally use 3 degree on the higher time frame, and then I come down when I go to lower time frame, like 1 hour or 5 minutes, 15 minutes. And then you can see here 60 degree. We have Saturn with Pluto. Okay, so definitely there was this energy in the market that make the market reverse. And then we have also Venus that was in a semi-sextile. Just we can cut them out. I don't want to use the specific one. You can just start with these basics. Okay, the basic one. Okay, sextile, square, trine, opposition, and conjunction. We have these aspects. Okay, and then you go on the chart and you look. when I have this angle, or in general, when we said Pluto and Saturn makes an aspect, what happens? And then you start doing some research. And I can guarantee you that if we go to the the previous one, because I think we don't have enough data to go after that, but you will see that we will have definitely a top of a low or a low. Let's check together. Okay, so we cut out all the planets because we want just to look for, we said, Saturn and Pluto. So Saturn and Pluto, we move weeks because it's more easy, and then we see which is the previous. You can see the planets here goes forward and then backwards, because this is the retrograde phase. Another thing that most of the people don't look at is retrograde. Now, for example, in this current moment, we have Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde is definitely something you have to keep an eye on, because it can, create some it's not makes the price not clear, sometimes range, sometimes we can see big drop, but definitely you have to track this situation, okay, and take a calendar and say, okay, from year to year we have Mercury retrograde, from year to year Venus, here we have Saturn conjunct Pluto, the major aspects. You have to track them because are really helpful for you. So we were saying, okay, one thing that you can see, this was the last one, so we can see it lasts for a bit, a lot, like from 24 of June till 25th of August, 2 months. So 24 of June, where we are, 24 of June, it's basically here, so this can be definitely a pivot, till 28th of August. Okay, so definitely one of these two was pivot. You see, you have to pivot. In this example, of course, we have the range that is really high. We have Saturn and Pluto that moves really slow. So when they create an aspect, they last for a lot. And then one other thing that you want to know is what is that when you see this type of aspect, you want to take note on, okay, during this aspect, during these 3 weeks, the price went up. During these 3 weeks, the price went down, or it ranged. You can take some statistics and do it with every combination of planets. Try to look at more things as you can, and I guarantee you this is a really good way to start and make some practice. So look at the aspects, look at the degree, and one other things that I want to share you, and then we have done, but we will go more on the next topic on Substack not next week, but yeah, next week. What is the declination? Declination is something a bit more not really like for beginners, but is a concept that I want to share you because it's not that hard to understand. I want to show you here. As you can see, this is the example that I have done on Substack. This is the screen. And what you want to see is the ecliptic of the planet. The ecliptic is the middle of the planet. So if we take the sun, it would be heliocentric declination, because helio is when we do the analysis from sun, and geocentric will be when we do the analysis from the earth. Okay, so you can see the planets. If we are in the, let's say that we are in the solar system, okay, we are in the solar system and we see the sun side by side. Okay, we are here and we see the sun from the side, not from the top but from the side. Okay, like here as I show you, and we see that the planets are not all aligned with the ecliptic of the sun. No, some planets will be a bit more down, a bit more up, but they will stay all in that range. So basically the declination of a planet will do something like this. Okay, the planet will move in this way. Okay, and I definitely recommend you to do some, of course, some research, because what happened when we are here? What happened when we are here? And then when Mercury is at the lowest and Venus at the highest, what happens? Or again, when we have also here we have aspect, we have just two type of aspects. parallel and contra-parallel. Parallel, when we have, for example, Mercury and Venus, not like in this example, they are at, I don't know, -6 and -6 together. This is a parallel conjunction, a parallel aspect, sorry. And contra-parallel, of course, will be the opposite. So one is at -6 and the other as +6. Okay, so these are the declination for who is interested. Use them. Combined, find confluence. These are the most powerful, is more powerful things, like find confluence with your tools. You can create one tool, then you create another. Maybe you have 2-3 tools that works well, and then you look when you have confluence, maybe when two says the same thing. Like we can say 12 would be really strong date for tool 1 and tool 2. Okay, and so you start to create and create. On our X we share pivots for free, and just some pivots with not a lot of anticipation, but on our private group, where if you want to join, we can subscribe for premium on Substack, and we will contact you, and you will enter. You will also have more topics, more educational things, and you definitely will have also some forecast, the forecast of the asset that we trade in Orion forecast. And yeah, basically, how can we know the date in previous? Well, before of that, we have done a lot of research, a lot of hard work in the last years to create tools. These tools have been backtested through a lot of years, and then we can say definitely that they work. And then when we have confluences, we can definitely give really high accurate pivots. As you can see, I think we dropped at least 5 or 6 pivots, and all the pivots went really well. Also, we have also some tools that are more long term. As you can see, we said on X, don't try to short ES now, okay, because you will get hurt. So all these things come with, of course, a lot of confidence, because if you don't have confidence in your tool, means that you didn't research on the tools, okay? And the confidence is really important in this field to me. Like, if you can find research and find things that works really well with really high accuracy, then okay, sometimes you will take the loss, because trading is not just win, but most of the time you will get the money back. Okay. So for today, that's it. I want just to ask you if in the comment you have any topic that you would like that I talk. If you don't know how to use Ganzilla, if you don't know how to take the data for declination or everything, if you don't know how to backtest, we can do a lot of things here on YouTube, because it's more dynamic. It's not like Substack. We go with articles. Here we can show you more also things. So let me know. I also say that I have to say that because here is not, we don't give financial advice. Okay, it's just for educational purpose, and of course trading has a lot of risk. So go on our website in the description, where we have all the financial disclaimer. Follow us on X, on Substack, on YouTube here, and yeah, we will see in the next video, and bye bye. See you guys.